Thank you so much, guys, for turning to this brand new video. Trump supporter just freezes on live TV. George asks the same question 3 times, and every single time, this congressman answered a completely different question. First of all, take a look what he just said.
The president suggested that the Straits of Hormuz could open naturally. Is that realistic, or is it going to take ground troops?
Well, George, in any conflict, certainly, Iran is going to have some things that they're going to be able to do during the conflict. But if you don't undertake the conflict, if you just step back and watch, as the Obama administration was going to do while Iran became a nuclear power and they became North Korea, we wouldn't be looking at the Strait of Hormuz. We'd be looking at what's, having Europe be at risk. You'd have the United States being at risk. You'd have all of our allies, and ultimately the continental United States at risk from Iran, and the whole world being held hostage by a terrorist state. In this, as they in their last throes, begin to do whatever they have left as a state militarily, they still are being significantly diminished, and their ability to be able to be marching toward a nuclear state is being eliminated.
Right, but what I asked you about was the Straits of Hormuz. The Straits of Hormuz are still closed to most traffic right now. Can it be reopened without American ground troops?
Well, I think certainly you're seeing that even as this conflict evolves, that is being put in place, and I don't think U.S. ground troops are going to be necessary in any direct conflict. In this instance, we're seeing that the conflict is continuing with the president beginning to, in conjunction with Israel, significantly diminish Iran's military capabilities, both their navy, their missile capabilities overall are continuing, and certainly their nuclear capabilities.
What actually happens? George asked one simple question, simple and direct question. Can the Strait of Hormuz reopen without American ground troops? And what happens next? The congressman talks about Obama. That's strange. He talks about nuclear weapon. He talks about Europe being at risk. What the hell is this man? He talks about everything except the question. George, once again, he asked the same question, the same answer, just more words, more sweat, less meaning. When a leader cannot answer a direct question, the silence is the answer, actually. Trump said, we have won, but the Strait of Hormuz is still closed. Remember this over and over again. The Strait of Hormuz is still closed. No ships getting through. That's not victory. That's a talking point dressed up as one. What's your opinion? What is your stance about his opinion? Let me know in the comment section, guys. I gain a lot of knowledge from your comments, actually, when you comment under my video. I really enjoy reading your comments, and I'm a student of US politics, and you're the teacher. You have to teach me the correct politics of USA. Consider subscribing. When you click on the subscribe button, it actually means a lot to me.